I'm the senior pastor at Pine Forest United Methodist Church here in Dublin, Georgia, and I'm very fortunate and blessed to have a wonderful congregation. Well, I contracted COVID, and it started off the first 5 days. My son actually had it, and then my wife got it, and I got it. In the first 5 days, I thought to myself, this is just flu-like stuff, but nothing to really worry about. And then as it progressed, my O2 levels went below the normal, and it became more dangerous. And I had a good doctor friend, Dr. Bob Schumann, that recommended I go ahead to the emergency room here in Fairview Park, and I did. And then later on, I found myself on a, I'm trying to think of the nasal, it's just one thing short of the respirator that I was on. And then they decided that I was getting worse, so they sent me off to Emory. And according to folks that know my wife, for number one, I was put on a respirator. And I think I was on a respirator for at least 2 or 3 weeks. And they did a semi-tracheotomy. And then I understand that I had double pneumonia and also the beginning of sepsis. And at one point they called my wife and told her that it was very, very urgent and serious. In other words, they thought I was going to die. And then they also told her that they didn't know if there was some brain damage or if I was actually brain dead, and they were going to do an MRI. When I first came to, I was, to be honest, very struggled with the fact that I was virtually totally paralyzed. And I think I could move one finger, but that was it. And, to have been fairly active and in, fairly good shape for 61 years old, that was a major number on my mind. I never got bitter with God, but I did wonder, why does it have to be this way? But that was tough to wake up and then suddenly you can't move your legs or your arms, and you're just virtually, dependent on so many other people to help you. It was really tough, and it was really painful. But I was so blessed to have had Rachel, who's a therapist, physical therapist here, to really push me. She did it in a very, gentle but firm way. And when I would be ready to say I'm in terrible pain and, that's enough, she'd say, no, Mr. Moye, you can do more. And if you want to get better, you're going to have to do this. I have no doubt as a Christian and as a pastor that my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ intervened on my behalf and saved my life. And my heart breaks for so many others that have not been able to survive. But I believe that God's given me an extended stay to continue to do His work on this earth. And I'm so very blessed to have had so many people here in Dublin and Lawrence County, and people I knew in seminary in Kentucky and all across South Georgia where I've served different churches, to just reach out on Facebook and to write letters and cards. And I understand at one point there was like 40,000 people that were praying for me. And I'm just overwhelmed by that kind of love. And again, just so grateful to be alive. One of the things I'm most excited about being able to go home is to see my first grandson, Daniel Scott Shoemate. My wife, my daughter, Ashley, and her husband, Stephen, live in Flowery Branch near Gainesville, Georgia, and they're actually going to come home and spend a couple of days with us tomorrow, New Year's Eve. And I can't wait to see my little buddy Daniel. We have FaceTime with him since I've been in rehab, and already in 5 months he's smiling and just got such a joyful heart, and I think he's filled with personality, and I can't wait to hold him and love on him. And so I'm very excited about that.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.